Hey guys, Rick Hogg with Hogg Tactical, co-author of the Firearms Training Notebook, and I want to tell you why I'm running PACT Pro Timers. So for me, next to the book, probably your next piece of kit that you need when it comes to improving your overall firearms training skill is a PACT Pro Timer. Here's the thing, you can kind of see I've got, and I'll just kind of put them this way here. I've got two different timers here. They're both by PACT. This one here, 20 plus years old. Still runs absolutely great. This one here is their newer model. So I just want to go to show that an electronic item that most people think, hey, this thing's gonna fade away. No, it'll be around for a while, especially when you're talking about PACT. I think they run about $129, and let me tell you, it will be one of the best investments that you do. So kind of what they've done for their improvement is just really the audible tone. But I want to get into some of the features with the timer and how this is important. So with my different timers I have laid out, the first thing is I've got this first one just set on instantaneous. Meaning if I'm going to train with another person and we're going to incorporate the book in there, how do I sit there and just, at my time when I want to sit there and get him to fire, use the Pro Timer. So in essence, it'd be shooter standby, and he gets that audible beep. And then as the shots are firing, what you'll see is you'll start pulling tangible data off of there, which then I can take that data, put it into the Firearms Training Notebook, and have, hey, where's my points that I need to improve? So again, this is just kind of having the timer set up on an instantaneous, and you can see the data that it gives you makes it super nice because I can pull that first shot, and then by working the buttons with the arrows on there, I can cycle through and go, there's my first shot. I can look at my second shot with my split time down at the bottom, and then hit it for the last one for my overall time. Now, if I want to sit there and train on my own, what I can do is I can have the timer set up, and you can see at the little bottom of the window, it'll say delay. Because now what winds up happening is when I press the button, you're going to actually see the timer count down, and then I'll hear the audible beep. So again, timer's counting down. I get that beep. You heard the different audible noise. You can see where PACT kind of improved their time. And again, I'm just pulling that data from there, and I can sit there and go from that audible beep, hey, that first shot, if you want to say, or that first report it picked up, I've got that time. And again, I can cycle my button through. There's one, and there's two. So again, it gives me the ability that, hey, if I'm out there live firing on my own in a delay type setting, I can sit there and pull that data where now I've got that information that I can then extrapolate from the timer, put into my Firearms Training Notebook so that I can have that information. Because here's where you take this timer, and really to me, I've got my information out of the book and I go, all right, how do I make myself that 1% better? And the beauty with the PACT Pro Timer is now I can set what's called a par time in there. So if you look at kind of the timer face, yes, I have it set up for instant. I would typically put it on delay when I'm doing my dry fire training, but I just have it on instant just so you guys can understand. What's going to happen is I'm going to get two audible beeps. I'll get that first one, if you want to say at my start mark, and then I've got my second one that's set for 2 seconds. So now if I'm doing a drill and I'll kind of do this simultaneously, I'll press the button, just kind of work my hands if I was drawing from the holster, just so you guys have an idea. If I've got my hands above my waist, I press the button, it goes, I come out, boom. All right, I was able to get my shot in time. Or it doesn't matter what other drill you're doing. You know, let's say, for example, I was looking to do a magazine change. Now, granted, I'll just leave the timer there. Button goes, if I'm out there, come back, mag change, drive out, and I was able to make it within my time. The thing is, if I need to, hey, if I'm going faster than this time and need to bump it down, it's very easy. All I'm doing is I'm just pressing my two buttons there. I hit the bottom one because that's going to give me the instant. I know the pushing the bottom arrow will go to instant. The top one gives me my delay. I'm just going to keep it on the instant, and then I'm going to hit there and hit my basically RVW button, and then what that's going to do is it's going to cycle through my part times. So if I wanted to, by again using the arrows, I can adjust that time. So now let's say I want to bump it up there to 3 seconds. I just hit my button. If I was somehow out of that window for that part time, finish hitting the button, and then what you'll see is I'll have kind of the squares moving around. It'll give me that clear, hey, here's my part time that I'm set. And then again, I just hit the button, I get that audible start. It's gonna sit there and count down to my 3 seconds and get that audible start, or stop, excuse me. Did I complete whatever task I was doing? So this is the importance of incorporating some type of time into your training, because if I have the plan, then I can sit there and look back and go, hey, what was my data, or what am I doing, and actually have it written in the book, so that now when I go to do my dry fire session, I can lay all that out, preset my time in the timer, and I can make myself 1% better. Again, guys, go out, get yourself a PACT Pro timer. Doesn't hurt as well. Get their little soft case, because again, for me, traveling around as much as I do, could you get away with just having the timer itself? You could, but it's nice when we sit there, take our timer, place it in the case, just adds it that little more protection, zip it up, and heck, if you want to, slap it on your belt so you never lose it. Pick up a PACT Pro timer, make yourself 1% better, incorporate it with the Firearms Training Notebook. You guys train hard, stay safe, and we'll see you out in the range.